When people mistreat you, they teach you to trust yourself. When you have so many different experiences that happen in a lifetime, let's say everyone in your family does not exist anymore. Let's say the world comes to a point where, let's just say you were born alone and you were born to people who weren't your family, put it that way. And you end up going through the system, and everything that happens to you is a lesson. Let's say everything around you, all the people around you, you cannot trust. Who else do you end up having to trust? Yourself. So throughout the cycle of people's lives, they have different experiences. Different experiences meaning, let's say, they're taught with all the different experiences that they have to count on themselves. Now, once religion is taught, then they're taught to trust God, okay? You know, God is a faith-driven experience, because if you don't know who to trust and you feel as though, we're here for a reason. Someone brought us here. That can go into a whole bunch of stuff, okay? So let's just stay here at this point for now. So a person is born, and they're born into the system, foster care, what have you. And people have been mistreating this person all their life. So this person now has to stand on faith. They've been introduced to let's say, a Seventh-day Adventist church. And at the Seventh-day Adventist church, they say, okay, we don't believe in eating meat. We believe that meat is tied to other things. So they practice being vegetarians. So now this person has faith. They're taught faith. They're taught how to be, spiritual, and now they're taught how to eat differently. Okay. A person goes throughout the lifespan, and the people that they meet, God is still teaching lessons here. So they were brought up in the foster care system. Let's say they were mistreated in the home that they grew up in. So now they're on their own for the first time. They're able to breathe differently, walk differently, because this is their freedom. In their freedom walk, they reach to God and they ask God for guidance. God shows them how to get an apartment. Teaches them how to meet friends, So they're tied to their soul family now. Spiritually, they're reaching a certain level. They're meditating, being taught yoga. And all these things are working in their favor, because they are learning how to live in a whole different way. The foster care system, they were raised with a family and were mistreated. So this is a whole new walk of life for this person. While they're walking through their life and they're learning new things and embracing a whole new tradition, okay, now they meet a mate. And this mate helps them to love themselves more and to love that person more. Now they're having children. Now that they're considering having children, they have to also look at what that ties into. A lot of people are looking at their lives and they're evaluating as to whether they want to bring children into this world. And they're saying, you know what? If I'm going to bring children into this world, I have to make sure that I am also promoting good. So I'm going to set out to making good choices, because whatever I give, I know I'm going to receive. So I'm going to give good and receive good. Oh, I see these children on the street. What happened? I'm going to help them, because by me helping them, I'm helping myself. I'm helping my lineage. Okay? Now they're going and they've helped some people. Those same people grow up, and those people help this family with their children. You see, that's how it works. But again, when you are mistreated, you're then taught to go within through meditation. Maybe you're taught to be a stronger individual, and you're taught to try to expand your knowledge by learning more and by doing better, okay? All of us, we're born into a society that we might not be clear about, and we might not know certain things. But as we're growing, as we're learning from these different experiences, we are going to make different choices. We're going to make sure that we help in promoting a better world, a better society. How do we do that? We might do that by making better choices and helping other people. Now, some people might say, okay, she's down on her luck. I took this away from her. I did this. But you know what? God carries you through everything else. So even when you think you're having a hard time, that, this person fired you, that person fired you, and now you find that God is opening another door for you. That door closed. Now this door is now opening. You have to be optimistic too. That's part of the training. If you let people beat you down and you sit up there and you cry and you woe is me and you're depressed, you just gave them the ammunition that they needed. You just gave them what they wanted. That's what they wanted. And then when you get depressed and now you want to take yourself out, and you know what that word means, when you want to take yourself out, unalive yourself, now the people who had insurance on you, now they win again, because now they're going to get a big reward for you, and they didn't even have to do anything to you, really. That makes things easier for them, not for you. You were blessed with a gift. Do you know how many people, how many angels probably wish that they could be in your shoes? That's why they're guiding you through the problems that you may be going through. Here's the deal. You've been given this life. You've been given this gift. No matter what people chose to do against you, they're going to have to deal with that, not you. You hating them, that's even making it better, because now they've won, because they've allowed you, gotten you into this whole new way of thinking, and now you want to be mad at them and hate them, and now you're making yourself sick by worrying about them. They're not worried about you. Get into the thought of what is it that I can do to make things better, not only for you, for other people as well. Because when you vibrate on a higher capacity, you are lifting other people's vibrations without them even knowing it. You know why? Because when we think negatively, we are bringing the vibrations down. You think you're only one person. How could you affect so many people? You affect so many people just going into their environment. People pick up on those vibrations. We need to be in a place of vibrating not only on a higher capacity, and I know people are going to say, oh, she's really bugging out now. But whatever it is that you think, you can test it out yourself. You can sit up here and think a negative thought and then look at another person. They're going to look at you even faster than they would have looked at you any other time. When you send bad intentions out, you're worsening the ozone, you're worsening everything around you, okay? So when you start vibrating on a higher level and you start thinking more positively, you are not only uplifting other people's spirits, especially when you give a compliment. A man's coming towards you and he's upset. You say, wow, I never noticed your hair color was so beautiful. Wow. Especially if it's being said by a beautiful woman. Now he's feeling better about himself. I was at a restaurant. I had to order a pizza for one of my girlfriends. And when I ordered the pizza, the guy asked me, did I want something extra? I mean, he was really, offering me all these different things. And I was saying, my goodness, I'm just ordering one thing, wow, this is great. The thing was that he knew what he was doing. He went in the back and he spoke to another girl, one of the waitresses. He said, I'm lifting her vibrations by me just doing this. Look how she smiled when I gave her this. You see, I knew what his intentions were, what he was doing. But here's the thing. Everyone, you don't always have to be gaining something to give to someone else. We're all gaining by just being in each other's environment if we are vibrating on a higher capacity. You could test it out. Don't even believe me. Just try it out. Test it out. See what you can do for others. Sometimes it's not all about just you. We're all looking for certain things for ourselves. Okay, I'll go to the store. I'm going to buy sneakers. I'm looking out for myself because I really want to have a great fit. I want them to be a nice pair of sneakers, what have you. But if we look at the bigger picture, we're affecting each other each and every day by the decisions that we make. If I'm trying to help you, I'm also helping myself, because by me making you feel better, that smile on your face makes me feel better. It's important that we look at these different things, and it's important that you realize that your life is affecting others. So let us make better choices so that we might one day appreciate all the wonderful things that you've actually promoted. Because you know what? At the end of this day, we are all supposed to feel better, and we're also supposed to learn from each other. So try to test it out. Try to do better so that you will gain better, and so that our world will be a better place to live. So that's been my word today, guys. You have a wonderful day, and please, thank you for joining us. This is Indigo Moon.